Tiny Build is a studio with a pretty terrible track record so far. I don't know too much about their games, but from what I've seen, Hello Neighbor 2 is a glitchy, buggy mess, and I'm pretty sure the first game was as well. Now, Steelwool Studios and Tiny Build sound like a perfect recipe to create the glitchiest game of all time. I mean, Steelwool managed to do that all by themselves, let alone with another studio equally as capable, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe their first dive into VR will be a turnaround for them. Their first gameplay trailer does actually look pretty cool after all. The physics look great, the core mechanic seems like an especially fun one, and I think the idea of running from something in VR in a horror game is an actually really good fit. So knowing all that, I grabbed my Valve Index and prepared to play the game. Alright, so I'm kinda low to the ground, and during the damn intro, I've already managed to break out of the map. Actually attempting to play the game leads to this. I cannot grab anything. The game, despite releasing on Steam, does not have Valve Index support. Actually, it doesn't even support any VR headset on PC that isn't an Oculus one, despite their official trailer boasting its release on Steam VR. But it's actually much worse than that. Even Oculus headsets don't work if you're using Steam VR. The game itself is completely missing the Steam VR binding needed to make the grip functions work when using Steam VR. So it's not that the game doesn't support the Valve Index, it's that it doesn't support Steam VR entirely. The upcoming Index patch isn't a patch for the Index, it's a patch for the entirety of Steam VR. Saying the game has Steam VR support is borderline lying, as it really doesn't. There's no way to play this game as intended if you're using Steam VR. Now, to be some level of fair, the game's description does state that it doesn't work on Index and only works on Oculus headsets. So maybe once the game gets a supposedly coming Index patch, it'll be better. But for now, I gotta grab my Quest 2 that hardly works due to Oculus's broken version 54 update to even get past the very first part of this game. Great start. Wasn't this a PSVR 2 exclusive? Well, I guess not. If I can't break this, this game is trash. Why would you add that? Can I? Physics? I think that'd be too much fun for this game. What the fuck? I've created a floating box. How did I do that? We're 5 seconds into the game. What is this? What's up? I did your thing. I did your little Chinese side quest. What do I do? What is this guy? You like looking at shit? Is that what you're doing? You like magnifying shit? That's just what you do? Ooh, look! Oh, it's footprints. Oh, I see. Who cares? You fucking nerd. Okay. What is... I'm not that fat. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck this game. Oh, shit. Ooh, hi! Hi! Ooh, ooh! Ooh! Ooh, you just gotta... Come on, like You see me! What is this? Okay. Beep. Oh shit! Whoa! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fuck! Does he fuck off? Shoo! That's cute. This is the first critical point of this game. The AI is dumber than a newborn baby with Down syndrome, but I think even they could do a better job at chasing me than this full-grown Discord mod looking motherfucker. Elevated surface, it's a steel wool game. No fucking way. No fucking way. Please. Dude! This is a reoccurring issue throughout the entire playthrough. The AI is just easily avoidable and not really a threat at all. Especially later on, this non-threat ruins the game even more so, but we'll come back to that. Okay, he's fucking harvested gravity in his room here. That is a cinder block I pushed with my little kid hand. Holy shit, this is cool.
This is actually really cool.
This area right here perfectly explains my gripes with the game. It's not that this section is bad or anything, it's actually the opposite. This starting section is so cool and creative, it got me excited to see what was left in this game. But that's the problem. This game got me excited to see a game that isn't really what the intro makes it out to be. I got all excited to be seeing cool fucking moments like this one, but the entire first half of the game unfortunately has absolutely none of this. Now, you could argue that it wouldn't be a special moment if the special moments were just thrown in everywhere, but my problem isn't necessarily that these moments aren't everywhere, it's that they're nowhere. They save all of these cool what the fuck is going on moments for the second half, which I wish they would have shown us a bit of this between the non-stop puzzles as a cool way to break up gameplay, because the AI sure as hell isn't doing that.
Why do these kids have no parents? Oh, he's dead as fuck.
There's a mechanic for controlling the multiple children, which at first I gave the benefit of the doubt, as it did seem like a genuinely cool way to solve some of the puzzles. But other than it being EDP's wet dream, the mechanic didn't wind up being that cool to me, and kinda ruined what I thought Hello Neighbor was. In fact, I feel this mechanic ruined the entire game for me. Holy shit, where do I even start? I was expecting to run in the house and have to find different ways of halting the neighbor to discover more of the house. That's what makes him a threat in the other games, that him catching you can ruin your plans and make you have to discover a different way of breaking into the house. This game is absolutely nothing like that, and according to chat, this is apparently a VR sequel of sorts to some Hello Neighbor spin-off. What the fuck? I mean, I guess that's cool or something, but I came in expecting a Hello Neighbor game. I thought I'd be running in the house and getting reset like 1,000 times. Turns out this game is actually just a glorified puzzle game, and I don't say that lightly. The entire first half of this game is very uninteresting. You spend it switching between the kids and running from the neighbor, except the neighbor has Asperger's and poses no threat to stopping you. The jump scares also make the head movement static, which can completely ruin the immersion, taking out any potential fear, and also makes me want to fucking slam my head against the wall, and apparently makes chat fruity enough to beg me to make out with him. Stop begging me to make out with him. Coming back to what I said earlier about him being a non-threat ruining the game, there is no punishment of any kind for getting caught. Any segment that expected you to sneak around had no purpose because I could just run in, and on the off chance I got caught, I could just do it again and again and again until it worked, as the game stopped me in absolutely no way. It almost encouraged me to get caught so that I would respawn in the same spot, but with the neighbor nowhere near me. I also despised all of the puzzles. Now that might be on me for not realizing that this game was pretty much just puzzles, but I found the puzzles to be unbelievably annoying. I personally hate puzzle games, so I'm probably not the right candidate to talk on this, but I was hoping that all of the puzzle segments would be broken up with fun gameplay that involved running from the neighbor, but this game had none of that for the first half. I was just sitting around solving puzzles as squeaky rec room kids, which by the way I found the puzzles to be incredibly difficult and even misleading at times, and the only person in chat who was able to help me had to look up a guide to even figure it out. All in all, I felt the first half of this game was extremely tedious and boring, and you may think that I'm gonna just shit on it for the second half, but I actually really liked the second half.
2, 7, 9, 3. Fuck you! Is that your sister? Your sister's a bitch. Is this her little doll? Fuck you, little fucking stupid doll. Your family is a bunch of idiots. Oh.
This half of the game gets really creative.
I can see the skybox. It's right there. You can see it's clearly like a skybox. It's really fucking stupid. Neighbor's wife died in a car crash and the son killed the daughter. That guy? I'm just saying, if you died of that guy, then maybe you deserve to die. Maybe you're the weakest link. Hey! Despicable Me! It's Gru! That is not what's on the... Oh my god. Oh. She went simming! No! She's simming! You go simming if you're dyslexic. That's what happens to you people. Oh, here it is. No! She's gonna go simming! You killed your sister, bro, and you just play cars? This is me when someone died in a car crash, right? Me when my mom dies in a car crash. Me. He's recreating the scene in his head right now. It's the same car! He is playing the game. He's fucking recreating the scene in his head. He's a little monster. I was kidding. This guy's fucking evil. No wonder he killed the fucking sister. He's up to no good. The skybox is right there. You couldn't have made it a little wider?
You switch between each of the little twerps, and you activate some kind of smoke pipe that brings you to one of these cool sections that are just like the intro. I wish these areas were sprinkled throughout the game rather than just saving it all for this point, but regardless, this shit is so cool! Seeing all of these vague bits of story is very intriguing and just makes you want to learn about what's going on. And this is coming from someone who doesn't give a rat's ass about Hello Neighbor games, let alone their story.
Ooh. Oh. What, you think the fucking hat's enough to just try? Ooh, look, a hat! Like I'm a fucking little kid and it's a snack, bro? Is that a granola bar? Ooh, shiny!
After all the kids you swap between go simming, you then get the ability to switch to this mystery character. This character seems to be the kid we saw lose his entire family. He gets the unique ability of switching to this crow, whose main mechanic is that it basically turns the world sideways. You progress a bit through the segment that acts like a tutorial of sorts for these new mechanics, and all in all, it's really fucking cool. As you progress through, you get to this sort of main hub area where you will need 2 keys to continue. You also need to save all of the simming kids from Dream's basement where he locks them up in cages. This part is pretty fun. Yeah, sure, I fucking hate puzzles with every frail bone in my little gamer body, but it was broken up with fun enough gameplay, and the environment and story had me intrigued enough to push through some of the worst sections.
Gonna fall through the Dude, I can't do it if his AI is just fucking stupid. Come on, dude! Did they not give you pathfinding? And you go fucking through shit, so he's faster because he fell through the...
But for the most part, this section is just cool and I like it a lot. And after this section, the game ends. Okay, not entirely true. There's a bit more cool segments like this one, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah. This is the wettiest, sloppiest fucking kiss of your life.
But for the most part, the part of the game I'd consider as any worth playing is right at the very end. It's unfortunate, but there are a few things about this game that actually show really good signs. First of all, for the Hello Neighbor franchise, this is probably their best game. I mean, granted, the bar is astronomically fucking low and basically in the negatives, but this game is like a 6 out of 10 because of the second half. And that's probably better than the other games, I think. But regardless, that's not what I personally care about. What gave me hope for the future is the lack of glitches coming from Steel Wool. Every game Steel Wool has released has been full of bugs, and while this one had some bugs, and I even got soft locked one time, there weren't really that many game ruining ones, and all of my issues mainly came down to the fact that the game itself is just kind of generally dog shit. This is important because Steel Wool is currently working on FNAF Help Wanted 2, and the first game boosted the VR user base by a lot. The first one also launched in kind of a shitty state, so seeing Steel Wool improve after Security Breach is a great sign for their future, and I hope they really knock it out of the park, since they got to use Hello Neighbor as a way to practice. Kinda shitty for the Hello Neighbor franchise, but I mean, they got positives out of this too. It is still their best game, I think. And with that, I send off this game. While this game may have been ass, it wasn't complete ass, and I think Steel Wool Studios' future is looking bright. If you made it to the end, then I'd highly recommend you check out my Bone Lab Constrained run. It's a good video, and I think it's definitely worth the watch. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.